one happy day. Welcome to New Age Custom Farming. If you're new here, we are a 7th generation farm in Wisconsin. We custom farm, do grain farming, have cattle, all the things. Today I'm starting up my day cleaning our calf barn, and then we'll go see what is all going on out in the fields.
Well, I went up and started picking this morning, and the first thing that happened is a gathering chain popped off. So good thing we're close to the farm, and just drove back down and put it back on and get back going. The idler that drives, or I should say the gearbox drives it off the top there. That top sprocket, and that's an idler down there. This spring right here is how you tension it. So that don't work very good. Jesus Christ. We're sticking over here. We're important in here. When we time our chains, we bastards try to do. Some people offset them, but we put them together. We got them out. I would say my chains are all wore out. You don't want to box with this traffic here. You don't want to bottom it all on. It's got absolutely no springs. Go a little loose like that. It'll have a little give to it. Of course, most of the time, this is the one that's out in the very last row on the edge of the field. Good to go again. Simple as that if you got the tools. Most of the time we have the service truck in the field, but it sits right over there because we're just right on the top of the hill up there. So. Don't worry about the fancy stuff like that. There we go. I got it tilted up, but I like to run this one just a little bit higher than the other ones, like I said, because this one is the one that's out in the fence row. So, try her again. It's like that, we're back picking. So I'm guessing that those gathering chains are starting to get wore out. And I broke one the other day. Now I just had to fix that one, but as they wear out, they stretch out a little bit. And I haven't checked them lately, so I'm guessing what happened is that it got stretched out and that tensioner should have been tightened a little bit, and it probably would have been fine, but I got it tensioned up now. I'm guessing one of these mornings it's a little tough or something, and I'm not running. I should pop up all the snoots and look at them all and maybe tighten them up just a little bit. They probably need to be replaced, but I don't know how much longer this corn head's going to be around, so I don't know if we want to put new ones on it or not. We'll probably have to end up keeping this corn head for snappage because I'm thinking I'm going to get a folding corn head, and they're quite a bit heavier than this, and I don't think the chopper will pick up a folding corn head. So actually I know it won't, because Buck from Tennessee told me it won't. So probably have to keep this head just for snaplage. So honestly, we could probably put gathering chains on it, and it would be good for a lot of years of snaplage, but that's not really up to me. So I'm guessing that's probably what's going to happen, but we shall see till the time, I guess. First I'll worry about getting my new one in. Hopefully I can get one coming. I think we found one out in Nebraska or something, I guess, so we will see what happens. This is the 1040 Kinsey grain cart. I asked my mom the other day what year we got it, and she said it was 9/1 of 2000. We bought it brand new. I was doing some math the other day. They're trying to kind of account for the other grain carts we've had and used. I'm guessing that we ran about 15 million bushels of grain through that grain cart. We've had it since it was brand new. We're kind of running off the acres that we run, a rough yield, and trying to kind of factor what percentage of the loads that gets hauled, you know, whether it's 50-50 or, because at one point, you know, for the first, I would say 13 years we had it, it was the main grain cart, so kind of factoring that in. It still runs with us every day, even when we've got a 1050 grain cart that we got in, like, I want to guess 2012 to 2014, somewhere in there. We run that one every day. Actually, it's broke down right now, so that's why we're running we got a little J&M 750 bushel grain cart that we've had forever too. That's always kind of been our backup cart. Whenever one of the big ones goes down, we get that one out and run that one, so we can keep two going, because one cart just, even one cart with one combine, if you're in good corn, when that cart is out dumping, loading the truck, the combine is usually full before the grain cart can get back. So we always try and run two. Actually, the two little carts, the 1040 and the 750, have been keeping out pretty decent to us. It's funny, that little J&M only takes 2 dumps from the combine, and it's on the go, and it's the second combine can't even get empty before it's full. It fills up pretty quick, but hey, it keeps us moving, so we're not complaining. It's a cheap little cart to have in the shed, but like I said, that 1040 has been a very good cart. We're really happy with our Kinsey grain carts. That thing, we've rebuilt it a couple times, 2 or 3 times, I think. Put new flighting in it, all new augers, rebuilt the floor. So that one has actual gates in the floor that open. Versus the 1050 has a belt system, and you turn it on, it engages the belts, and then that engages the floor augers and the cart to bring it forward. Which it works fine, but I kind of like the 1040's design better with the gates, because you can open it just a little bit and slow the grain down, where that it really doesn't auger very fast at wide open anyway. It's a pretty small auger compared to the 1050. I would rather run the 1050, but for like grain cart guys that are not very experienced, called rookies, it's nice to train them with it, because they can open it halfway, so they can close it halfway at the end and really slow it down, you know, to fill a truck nice and not get out of hand with it. So been a really good cart. I would love to try one of the new 1051s or 1151s, like an 1100 bushel cart. The 1050 is fine, but for a semi, you have to fill it completely full to get a semi load. I mean, it's got to be like about to run off the sides full to get 63,000, somewhere like that. You know, depending on test weight, moisture. You got to fill it up all the way to get a load for a semi. Where it would be nice to have like a 11 or 1200 or even 1300 bushel cart to fill. It still fills a semi nice, but you don't have to have it running off the sides in order to get the truck full. That would be nice. The other thing that would be nice is to have a scale readout on the side of the grain cart. I know all the new ones have that, but that'd be pretty nice to have for the combine guy, because you could just read it. You can see exactly what's in the cart, and you know, you don't want to say your bin is empty, but you need just a little bit more for the cart, or for a truckload. You can just leave it run and get it to the point where you get a load. So I don't know. I would really like another Kinsey cart. We've had both those Kinseys for a long time, and they've been damn good carts. So we got no complaints there, that's for sure. But I see they came out with like a 1051, I think that they call it, because these grain carts, everybody's building such a fancy grain cart, they get so expensive. You don't need half the crap on them. I mean, the scale is nice, but most people, we don't need a ticket printer, and we've got the scale at the grain facility. You don't weigh our loads. I get it if you have a grain facility that you don't have a scale, you're just using your own corn. You can use the grain cart to track all your corn. I mean, it's a good system, but some people don't need all that stuff and the fancy joysticks and everything else. Just give us some hydraulic hoses that hook up, and just simple. That's all you need. It doesn't need to be. Everything these days gets so complicated. You don't need it to be that complicated, you know. But I'd really like to try, like I said, 1151, I think they call it. Or a 1351 would be probably what I would vote for. That's what we were going to get. But it'd be nice to try one. I'm sure it'd be nice to just have one. But for now, the little J&M will do. You're seeing pretty much the whole cart in the picture. There's the end of it. So, like I said, it don't take very long to fill it up. I wasn't very full racing around. Yeah, you can see it starting to splash in here a little bit. So a lot of our grain gets hauled to the grain facility with our silage trucks. We got these RTR Silage Master boxes on them. We got 3 of them. We got those 2 and then another Freightliner, a blue one, with a 15-liter, a DD15, so a Detroit 15-liter. And we really like these trucks because they don't quite haul as much as a semi, but we put 900 bushel in them, so they can weigh 74,000 pounds in Wisconsin. Here is the legal weight limit for them, I think. So we haul quite a bit of silage with them. That one's still got its racks on, but got the tarp on this one here. And they get in and out of the fields really nice. Right here we are on a nice gravel road. I mean, a semi is no problem here, but they're nice for like smaller field driveways where they're not quite what they should be. So we haul quite a bit of grain with those. They got 3 doors in the back, so we got our 1,000 bushel grain pit. I think it's 1,200 bushel grain pit that we dump in back in our grain facility. You can open up those 3 doors, and by the time you lift the box up all the way to get empty, the truck is pretty much empty. I mean, it dumps in 1 minute, so it's not like it slows us down there at all, and they're easy to fill. I don't know, they work pretty good for us. And then obviously we have them because we haul silage with them too, so they get around the fields a lot better corn silage than the semi, or haylage even. So they work good. That's what we use. We got 3 semis also, but we've been picking corn pretty close to the farm here. We're pretty close to the grain facility for the last 2 weeks. So the 2 or 3 silage trucks are keeping up pretty good. But when we get out west of town, where you got kind of like a 15-minute drive to the grain facility, we'll have to probably put a semi or 2 more on, depending on how good the corn is. Keep up with us, so maybe we can keep running all day. That's usually the ticket. Get a lot of corn picked in a day if you can keep both the combines rolling. So. Well, sometimes you just gotta send it down the road. Mason's got that fancy folding corn edge, which is good for him, but they'll move over once they see me coming. I got a big ditch too, and they're both our hayfield, so we're alright.
Come here. Breeze literally made herself a dirt track outside the barn. Oh my gosh, you're filthy. Girl. Are you for real? Did you? What are you doing? Greggy, what'd you do?
Wore something out again.
Can't get that?
Catch it before it got worn out.
Was this the one I was driving?
Yep. You wore it out driving it. Right, you hit too many bumps, I think.
Honestly, probably. Well, the field I was in was extremely bumpy, so.
See what you're doing is bumpy?
Slow down.
No, it.
The bumps came out of nowhere.
You do. You tap it off. You're gonna burn your fingers on that.
Yeah, listen to your old man.
Burn fingers, right? That's good. Best advice he's ever given me. It's hot.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
So this is a grain cart that I ran a few days, like probably over a week ago. It's been out of commission for a while. I got Greggy taking the captain home. Let's see if he can find a split and not mess it up. It looks like he's questioning his decisions here.
There's one right here. You can see. I can see it.
Where?
Let's see if he's on it or not. I don't know. He seemed pretty.
Isn't that a split right there?
No. This is a split right here, I think.
So what we mean by when we're looking for a split, it's like a split between planter passes, and so the planters are either 12 rows or 24 row depending on what planter you're using, and our corn heads are 12 rows, so that means we'll get like all of the rows that are planted.
What happens is, say, like one. Am I on right 12?
No, guy.
As far as I can tell so far.
What were you saying?
So what he's saying, like by the right 12, is like if the planter, say it's split, so say this was row 1 of the planter, and then he turned around and came back, and this is row 1, the planter can do this as it goes down the field. Bam off line, go up on the floor.
So the planter won't, like, it wouldn't necessarily be like a straight pass, and you want a straight pass when you're combining it.
By off 4, he means those 4 rows to my right were part of the planter pass, and now he's taking 4 rows of the next planter pass because it was planted with a 24 row. So what happens is the next time you go down there, some rows will be leaned to the left or the right, and the other ones will be pulling in straight, you know, the way the, like if the auto steer, because the auto steer isn't perfect, so if it's off 4 inches, you got some rows that are 4 inches too far one way, and you're on right on the other ones, and it's making the corn kind of not pull down straight.
No, right here you got no headland rows no more.
Can I talk now?
I guess.
Going across them right now, there's quite a few here yet, I guess. Go up to the irrigation or something.
Don't worry, boys, I'll fix it. How am I being this full? I should have dumped. God damn it, I was supposed to dump.
Greggy, you just let me know when you need a real combine operator in the driver's seat of that one. I'll fix your mistakes.
You can find one, go find them.
I'm right here. Okay, you can put it back now.
Give it back. Fine.
This field we're combining in right now is just down the road from the scale house, so at least we don't have to worry about the truckers getting lost.
Right.
And you can see it off in the distance right there, so that's the grain facility. It's where all our corn goes, and then it goes up to Didion, for the most part. What did you just say there, boy?
It's a smoother ride if I take my feet off the floor.
You feel like you're on a roller coaster? Bumper cars, if you will?
Until it bottoms out.
No, if you worked out with me, you wouldn't bottom out.
It's all muscle.
Yeah,
No.
muscle. Ooh, look at that ring. Remember, every like, comment, share, and subscription gets us one step closer to paying for our wedding.
It sounds like we're going to need a lot of money.
Combine derby, combine derby, combine derby.
Yeah, we're going to kiss heads here pretty quick. He'll move.
He's moving towards you. Oh, now he's backing up. He got scared. It's okay, Greggy.
See, the thing is, I don't care about my head. Mason probably cares about his new one.
Yeah.
Alright, we got Emily back in the hot seat. She insisted that she drives. So here we are.
I'm only gonna go better if I keep driving.
Yep. Plugging away. Pretty soon, someday, we'll let Bree drive.
I'll race to drive the boat.
We'll get it on film, her trying to get into the rows. See how that goes. Oh, that was aggressive.
Sorry. R?
Yep. Just look at the last one. Look at that. A little off, but we got there.
Maybe I just
Still off. Still off. You gotta go right. You gotta go right. There you go.
Yep, that's right. I'm a baddie. Woo!
Just focus on driving. Go 5.3. That's fine.
Coming for you, Greggy.
You can take this one right in the middle. She's a little premature on putting the head down. But we're getting
Yeah,
there.
that'd be early.
Yeah, that's true. Bree is supervising. A little dusty out here.
How fast you want me, Buckwheat?
Let's keep up to Greggy.
I don't know, Avery's gonna forget to film when I leave. So with that, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, all the things. If you are somebody who watches our videos often, let us know. I want to know where people are from. So leave a comment where you're from. And we'll see you in the next video. It'll be like Harvest Day 56 tomorrow. I'm actually
You're just making that up. You have no idea.
Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. What do you have to say for yourself, Avery?
Yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, go do all the things. Apparently, this wedding is going to be expensive, so whatever. You know, maybe we'll get some more t-shirts going. If you guys want, like...
If you want wedding merch,
No, not necessarily wedding merch. Do you want just
a
like...
shirt with Avery and I's face on it.
No, like New Age custom farming merch? Should we get some of that going?
Yeah.
If you want some New Age custom farming merch...
A shirt that says, it is what it is.
No. If you can submit your designs, maybe we'll go over that.
Maybe. Or I'll just work with our girl and we'll design something.
Okay.
Where do you want to go right there?
Sure.
That's where I'm lining you up for this.
Well, are you getting out?
Yeah, my car's right there.
Alright. Toodaloo.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.